everyone, my name is Pamela and welcome to HandleIT's official YouTube channel. So the main purpose of this channel is to motivate, inspire, and connect with people, to help them unapologetically be themselves and to relentlessly follow their dreams. So my main goal is to do this through 4 different facets. The first is through raising mental health awareness. Second is to change the narrative. The third is to be people of action. And lastly, the fourth and most important one is to connect and network with different people. So the first facet, or my first goal, is to raise mental health awareness. So I feel like mental health in general in our society has just been taboo, right? It's not something we really talk about. It's not something people necessarily understand. And I kind of wanted to just shed some light on that. So I think for a lot of us, we just see mental health as, people who have schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, or things like that. People who are in their right minds, people who aren't all here. So that's what a lot of us think of as mental health, and actually those are mental illnesses. And it does have to do with mental health, but I'm talking about day-to-day mental health. I think it's real interesting how, if we see ourselves getting a little pudgy here and there, we'd be like, girl, it's time to go to the gym, because these stairs just, whew, because we can physically see, we can physically feel those things. But when it comes to our minds, you can't see your mind and be like, ooh, maybe I need to do positive affirmations today because I've just been having all these, we don't see that. And a lot of us don't take note that, okay, maybe we need to just do a little something to check in with ourselves. Like I said, we're so quick to, if we see something physically wrong with us, we either, go to the gym, get plastic surgery, whatever. But when it comes to the mind, a lot of us don't really take the time to really get right with our minds. And the mind is crazy powerful, you guys. We have the ability to think. Y'all ever be talking to yourselves and don't act like you don't talk to yourself? Whether it's to go through your grocery list or, remind yourself to not forget something. Y'all ever be talking to yourselves and be like, oh shoot, I'm talking to myself. But yeah, this is serious. But yeah, I just be thinking wow, I'm really I'm talking to myself. That's crazy. It really is, because how can you do that? And the mind is so powerful. It controls your vision, your motor functions, how you are as a person, who you are as a person. And we don't take care, or I'm gonna speak for myself because I don't know y'all like that. I used to not take care of my mind. I used to not check in with myself. I used to just think oh, it was meant to work, it'll work. It burnt out, oh, I just sleep and it's good. I really want to raise mental health awareness, mind awareness of, really making more of an effort to check in with our minds. Okay, so my next goal is to change the narrative. And I don't just mean changing the narrative on how we as a society see mental health. I also feel like a lot of us have this internal dialogue that society in general tells us who we should be, when we should do certain things, and where. And the fact of the matter is, your journey is your journey and my journey is my journey, and ours is never going to be the same. So I really think sitting down and talking about, who we really are as individuals, and owning who we are as individuals. And another thing I really want to change the narrative on is a lot of us like to use the word I'm fine. Y'all ever be walking in the hallway, for those of you that are still in school, or I guess in college, it's the streets. Y'all be walking in the streets, right? And you see your friend, you're like, hey girl, hey dude. I don't know what y'all say to y'all's friends, but I say, hey girl, how you doing? And I'm fine. Or you get home from school and parents are like, hey, how was school? It was fine. So I really want us to just find healthy ways to express how we feel without blowing off what our mind and our body is telling us. If you're not fine, it's okay to say I'm not fine. So I really want to, not just give out my 2 cents, but also learn from you guys other ways to deal with that and stop hiding behind our smiles, because it's 2018. I feel like being genuine and authentic is like the, you know, the cool new thing to be. So I really want to focus on that. So my next goal that I really want to achieve with this community is action. I don't really know how else to like make it sound cute, so I just said what I meant. Action, right? So I feel like this summer alone, I've just seen a lot of like dark, grimacing things, especially on social media and the media in general, of people just like either being malicious and mean to each other, or people feeling like they're not good enough, or they're not worth anything, people taking their lives and or attempting to take or end their lives. I just feel like there's nothing I can do, and the best I can do is just double tap and send positive vibes. And like for me, that really hurt me in my heart, because like me double tapping and saying like, oh, there's nothing I can do, but I wish you well, like that for me just wasn't enough. And I feel like seeing it over and over, social media is a way of desensitizing us to that, and seeing it over and over again, you kind of get that mentality of complacency, like, oh well, there's nothing I can do except send positive vibes. Like you see people and you read their body languages and you know something's wrong, or you hear them say like little jokes that aren't really little jokes and they're really dark, and a lot of us don't do anything, or we don't think there's anything that we can do. But I feel like there's always something we can do. Now, I have not lived like bajillion years, but you know, even if you don't know what to do, Google like a mentor, somebody. There has to be something that we can do. So I really want us to be a community that finds a way, because I feel like there's always a way. You know, where there's a God, there's a way. And I'm a firm believer in that statement. There has to be a way for us to change the way that things are, because simply just double tapping for me isn't enough anymore. I feel like there are a lot of like organizations out there that I really want to hopefully meet and get in contact with, for not just for me to do something, but to, you know, kind of spread the word out for us as a community to do something. Because I say enough is enough. Like, it's 2018. Like, you would think that the older we get, the better the world is, but the older I get, the more I see that the world just kind of sucks. And a lot of us are just sitting here watching it just kind of like crumble and fall apart, because we feel like there's nothing we can do. But I want to change that narrative too, because there is something that we can do. We are going to figure it out together. So my last goal, and the most important goal that I really want to achieve through this organization, this community, is connecting with different people. So, and by that I mean, like, I used to be the type of person that I used to think that I was big and bad all by myself. Like, I could handle it all. Like, I'm, you know, meticulous and diligent, organized. Like, I was like, I don't need nobody else. You know, me, myself, and death is all I got in the end. Like, that used to be me, you guys. And especially during my undergrad and college, like, my first 2 years of college, like, I didn't really like interact with people. Like, I went to stuff, but I was just like I was just with the people I knew. Like, I didn't make any effort to like venture out. And even if I did venture out, I still felt like alone, because like I didn't know anyone, I didn't really talk to anyone. And my first 2 years when I was, you know, all by myself, were my hardest, because I was trying to take all these hard classes alone. I was struggling alone. And I'm not saying I didn't have friends. Like, I had friends, but I don't know, I just wasn't engaged, if you all know what I mean. And if I were to show you my transcript, my first 2 years of college were my saddest 2 years of college. But it wasn't until I made the intentional decision to make those relationships, connect with people, that not only did my grades get better, but my overall experience like completely changed my life. And I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't make the choice to connect with people. And I feel like, you know, it's really important for us to form relationships with each other. Whether you're black, you're white, you're yellow, you're green, we're all people at the end of the day, and we weren't meant to be alone. Love is something that drives each and every single one of us, and there's different types of love, but I'm talking about the love that we have for people as people. And That's the one thing that drives us. We were made to love. We were created from love. We were created for love. We were created to love. And we weren't meant to struggle alone. And if you notice, whenever you try to do things by yourself, it's harder, it's sadder, and it's not fun. I want us to be able to connect. I want us to have each other's backs. I want us to learn from each other, and I want us to help each other be the best we can be. My prayer and hope is that this channel and the content from this community reaches the right people, and that we pass the mic, that we motivate, inspire, and connect with each other, you guys. I just think of it like a pebble in a pond, right? So think of it like the HandleIT community. We're each a pebble in our community, and you throw a pebble in a pond and it kind of creates a ripple effect. All you need is one person to have an idea or to have a conviction about something, and they just pass it along to one person, and then they pass it along to the next person. And you know, hopefully before we know it, we have a lot of popping pebbles. You feel me? I'm not funny, but you know what? I make myself laugh, and that's all that matters. Okay, thank you. Alright, so that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for, you know, sitting down with me and learning about what my goals are for this community. And I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you. And I hope that you guys are all doing great and amazing. And I can't wait to start this journey and meet everyone and get to know everyone and learn from everyone. And so follow me on Instagram. I do have an Instagram page. I launched it like 2 weeks ago. It's going to be here. So just follow me here, and subscribe. But most importantly, you guys, pass the mic. Motivate and inspire and connect. So pass the mic by sharing this video or the link to my YouTube channel to someone that you feel like needs a little positivity in their life. You feel me? And don't forget, we are stronger together. And until next time, I'm handling my business and you handle yours. Bye, guys.